the funny thing is, though, before we get to the actual meat of this, which is what's on the screen, it's not the keyboard. That's how it started, looking for passwords. It's the screen. Before we get to the screen, though, there's other things you can look at on the laptops. I love this, the business card. I got like all his personal information about him, where he lives, where he works, phone number, email address, all that stuff. Fortunately, this isn't a common occurrence for people to put business cards and stickers on their laptops. Yeah, it is a common occurrence, but at least they're small. Caution, ultra-sensitive, handle with care, and it's written in Chinese and bright orange. I think it's a Target. TSA missed this one, by the way. All right, so yeah, shoulder surfing. You get really close to somebody. Sometimes you risk bumping into him. It was no big deal. He didn't mind, or didn't seem to anyway. But I can tell things about him like he's the VP of acquisitions, and I should steal his laptop because acquisition data is just excellent. But there's other things you can look at as well. For example, the taskbar. Now, Stankdog wrote a really good paper about this. He called it electronic deduction. I really like this idea. The idea is you can tell an awful lot about a person by looking at their screen, specifically things like their taskbar. For example, what can you tell me about some of these icons on the screen? What about the two yellow balls there? Trillion. What's its status? Good. 2 over. What's the little yellow man? Yes. What's its status? Connected. All right, let's pause. Trillion, which includes AIM support, and AIM, both running and both connected. Tell me about the technical ability of this person on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the lowest. How would you rank this person? 0. Negative 31337. Good answer. Nice. Okay, now, what about a profile? This person. Yeah, somebody noticed the antivirus, the red shield with the X. That means the machine can't be hacked. So I always get them backwards, and it screws me up all the time. I attack the wrong shield-colored machines, and it all just goes down. All right. Now, we know what this person's doing, but what are they? Running like 2 AIM clients at the same time. I mean, what do you think maybe they do for a living? Not touching that one. They talk to people. Maybe, I don't know, management, pedophile. I mean, there's lots of possibilities, but the technical level is low, we all agree, right? Now, let me expand the taskbar, and I want to show you one icon. And based on the one icon, I want you to reconsider who this person is and what they do. Tor. It's the Vidalia onion. So they're encrypting all of their web traffic. It's on. It's enabled. Hard encryption, right? They're using jump-off points. That's my word for proxy. Right? So people sniffing the traffic can't see what they're doing or where they're going. What's the technical level now? They have a smart son. That's good. I mean, it's not like a 10, right? But they're smarter. They're a little bit farther above the curve. They're up to something. The point is, that's one little icon. So looking at one little icon like that, you can completely profile somebody. And that was Stankdog's idea with this thing, is it doesn't take much. Now, if you get a little more real estate, like God forbid you get their browser, you get a look at their browser and you see all of this crap, you can tell even more. Or if you get the whole screen, like this one. This one's captured in the field. Let's pull it apart. What's the OS? That's too easy. All right, what Office software do they have installed? Microsoft. It's very easy. All right, this is a harder one. What type of business are they in? Sales. Very good. What one piece of hardware do they probably have on them besides their laptop? Specifically, a Palm. Very nice. So this is already a target, right? Because they probably have their Palm backed up on this laptop. So even if you're just a common thief, this is a target. What business software do they use back at the office? SAP. Very good. How do they connect to it? Secure Remote. Anybody know what Secure Remote is? That's right. This is Checkpoint VPN software. If you didn't know what that is, search will work fine. Profile this person for me. Shiny. Shiny's good. That's good. Technical level. Pretty high. Yeah, I mean, this guy has how many console windows open? Right? Like 3. For him, a GUI is just like some excuse for not having to hit Alt F1, Alt F2, Alt F3. I mean, all right, so he's got a high technical level. He's looking at some sort of, high-tech code or something. All right, what about this guy? What do you think he does for a living? Professional paintball is an option. Right? Go with that.
Army-Navy surplus.
Army-Navy surplus worker. That's good, too. All right. All right, well, let's just assume that he's in the military. It's safe. We'll go with that. Now, I know for a fact that I have no chance of sneaking up on this particular guy because he's read the code. He's read the Road Warrior Code, which states that road warriors are wary and alert travelers. Wary and alert travelers. They also prevent against public display of content, aka shoulder surfing. Road warriors. So the odds of me getting close enough to lick this guy's neck to take a picture of his screen, pretty slim. All right. Not only can we tell his dermatological condition, we can also see that he's logged into a BEA WebLogic server as admin. Bad member of the military. Here's another one. This is a killer shoulder sucking data off of machines with your mind exercise. It's hard to see, but this is me shooting across the aisle on a plane. The guy next to me is not with me. We're not traveling together, so I had to, put up my coat to serve as a barrier so he wouldn't get suspicious when the flash went off. But anyway, he puts the laptop away, and this guy over here is pulling out some paperwork, and eventually he pulls out this. I know it's hard to read, but it's the Government Systems USAGINT 2006 Strategic Plan. Not knowing exactly what an USAGINT was, I had to look it up. It's the Electronic Warfare Signal Intelligence 2006 Strategic Plan. The date on the photo is 2005. Okay. But I'm here to say that I'm not all about doom and gloom. I mean, the days of sucking data off of machines with your mind is long gone. Call it shoulder surfing, call it whatever you want. It is dead. It will never work again after this talk. It won't, because there's one product on the market that kills it dead. Nope. Little itchy, little hot, but it works.
It's Japanese, right?
It is definitely Japanese. They think of everything first. Most things they think of first are good. Yeah. Now, this one was an interesting session that I got. I was so excited to actually shoulder surf this computer that I almost missed what it was sitting on. So the point is, sucking isn't just for shoulder surfers anymore, sucking data off of machines. This is the section that I call kiosk hacking. For example, here's a kiosk in the airport. This is the Delta kiosk. What's the OS? Yeah, you see how easy this is? Like, if I told a hacker, okay, that Delta kiosk over there, I want the operating system, I want to know, the IP address, I want to know the networking technologies that it's using, blah, blah, blah. The hacker would be like, ooh, okay, I got to figure out if it's wireless, I got to figure out what access point it's on, blah, blah, blah. I got to do some window sizes to figure out. Or you just look. That's no tech hacking. For example, here's a check-in terminal. This one is the thing that takes your tickets. At the airport. It has some nice error screens on it. Here's one at the grocery store. What's the OS?
They never updated it.
Yeah, that's really good. Wow. Nice. The grocery store, right? Okay, yeah. But anyway, here's, these are out of order, I'm sorry, but if I wanted to tell a hacker to get all that information about this machine, it'd be very difficult unless they moved closer. There it is, the IPs, the operating system they're running. Okay, how about this kiosk? This is a nice kiosk, public phone. Figure out the OS and every bad file record segment on it. Easy as well. Talking about kiosks, here's the next skill, hacking hardened workstations with one keystroke. What's the keystroke? I haven't heard it yet. One key.
Enter.
Enter. No, okay, well, here's a kiosk. This is just an employment, those employment things at a store. The key is actually shift. The old sticky keys thing? Hit shift 5 times or keep it down. Like, all the kiosks forget about this one. They lock the thing down from, like, everything except that. Works all over the place. Gets you access to this menu, pops up the start button, lets you get in and start playing around. Here's one for Barnes, a unknown book place. Whoops. Yeah, but anyway, you hit the key, comes up, there's the menu. 1 keystroke. Well, I think you can hold it, right? All right, well, tell the joke right when you do it. It'll come off better. Now, let me talk about the granddaddy, one of the granddaddies of all kiosks. Do you guys have, you have the red light cameras around here, right? You go through a red light, it takes your picture of your license plate, mails you a ticket. How much does that suck? Now, as hackers, we have to hate something like that. We have to, because it's technology that makes us pay money to do something that should be free. It's dangerous, granted, but it should be free. So as hackers, we have to hate this. So every opportunity I have to figure out what happens behind the scenes of those systems, I'm all over it. So imagine the look on my face when I drove by this intersection that had a red light camera and I see this. 2 guys inside the box working on the system itself. So I immediately pulled off the road, ran over a curb, drove my car into a bush, forward shoulder roll, came up with the camera, got the picture, car explodes. I planned it all out. The guy's distracted, he walks away like, oh, it's an accident. Yeah, no, it's not how it happened. I just walked up to him, right? And I thought, this shooting pictures from the bush thing is just tired. So I just walked up to him and I'm like, is that a computer in there? And the 2 guys turn around and they just look at me. I didn't get that. Computer guys, we're supposed to represent. Yeah. So I switched tactics. He was obviously not buying the whole thing. I said, yeah, I know that sounds really weird, but I'm a computer guy too, and dude, I think you have the coolest job in the world. He looks at his friend, looks at me, big smile on his face. He's like, yeah, this is pretty cool. He's like, yeah, this is a wireless system, and we don't really have to open the boxes because we can use wireless keyboards and mice to actually control it from So I said, really? That's probably really specialized, high tech. He's like, no, it's just like Microsoft, wireless. You get it at and then he sort of got this look, like he had just said the wrong thing. I'm like, dude, you're a little bit over my head. I was like, I think this is cool, but you're a lot smarter than me. You mind if I just take a picture so that I can show my friends? He's like, yeah, sure. Took the picture. Remember our little exercise from electronic deduction, how much you can get from these things? Well, there's 2 icons that just made me instantly fall over when I took the picture. Internet Explorer and Symantec PC Anywhere. And I said, Symantec PC Anywhere? I've heard of that. That's remote control software. He's like, yeah, but we're on a closed wireless network. What do you mean closed? He's like, well, we use 10 addresses, so you can't really, it doesn't get to the internet, so it can't be. And then he got that look again. And yeah, I left after that. All right, so this is a great one. I love the other granddaddy of kiosks. Guess the operating system of this kiosk. An ATM machine that needs to be activated in 7 days. You get your money out quick, people. I'm wondering if proceeds, ATM fees, actually go to pay for the license to make it legitimate or not. Okay. So here is skill number 3. Okay, skill number 3 is network and email sniffing without a computer for less than $3. Okay, here's how it works.